guys, I'm back again doing tutorials. Just to reiterate what I was saying on my Facebook, between the holidays and me being overburdened with work, my son ate my memory card. He didn't swallow it, he just chewed it and spit it out. My PC was down, so there have been a lot of things going on, but thankfully everything's back on course. I have my workload has eased up just a little bit, so I am able to kind of get some tutorials going and get some stuff out here for you guys. The look that I have on today is one that was requested for Adele's makeup that she wore to the Grammys this year, and it is a red lip, very retro styled winged eye with false dramatic lashes. So if you want to see how to do this look, please keep watching and keep those requests coming in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is prime our eyes, and this is what I'm using. Now she has absolutely no shimmer in this look whatsoever. It's a very matte retro look. So I'm going to be using two different palettes today. The first one is the Wet n Wild Color Icon palette, and this is in Reed, which looks like this. You've seen me use this before. And the second one is Maybelline's Eye Studio in Mocha. It's Makeover Mocha, sorry. Now the only thing that I'm using from this is actually like a medium tone brown, so you don't have to have this palette, but any medium tone brown will work. So I'm just picking up a flat shader brush and I'm dipping into the top and middle color here on the Wet n Wild palette, and I'm mixing the two and I'm applying that to the entire lid. You want to stop with this right up at the crease. Now taking a fluffy blending brush that looks like this, you want to pick up that medium tone brown. In my case it's the one from the Maybelline Eye Studio. That's this one right here. And I'm just going to dip a little bit of that onto the tip of the brush. So we're placing this color right along the outer edge of the crease, and we're just slightly blending it upwards. And we're not bringing it too far in towards the inner part of the eye. I'm using another clean brush. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that matte highlight in the green palette, which is the lightest color by itself. And I'm going right up underneath the brow bone with that color. And I'm bringing it down so that I blend out a little bit of that brown that we placed there in the crease. It's not supposed to be a very strong color, it's really there for definition. Now we're going in using a smudge brush or any sort of detail brush into the brown, that medium tone brown that we used for the crease, which was this one right here. And I'm picking up that, and I'm going to smudge this color along the lower lash line. The easiest way to do this is if you have a little mirror and you look up into that mirror, you are able to get right up underneath the lower lashes. And you want to smudge this along the lower lash line all the way from the outer corner towards the inner part of the eye. And once that's done, you're using that same brush and you're going to pick up a little bit of the matte black in this green palette. And we're going to smudge this from the edge of the eye to about the midpoint on the lower lash line. And we also want to taper it as we come in towards the inner part of the eye. So it should be a little bit more thick towards the outer edge here and then taper as it comes in. And then for the waterline, what we're going to do is we are going to use a white eyeliner pencil, and I have NYX Jumbo Pencil Milk here. I have it just depotted. And picking up any brush that you have, you pick up a little bit and just place it on the waterline. And because this white is very stark, what I'm going to do is actually pick up that this matte peachy color and mix it with a little bit of the matte highlight color here, and just put that over the white liner that we just placed in the waterline, just so that it looks a little more natural. So once that's done, I'm going in with a black pencil liner. This can be any brand, and you're going to line the lower waterline from the edge of the eye just till about halfway in. You really want to color into the roots of those lashes as well. Liner. And I am going to use my hip gel liner in black, and you want to get 2 brushes for this. Well, I suggest that you get 2 brushes for this. The first one being a bent liner brush, which is a bit small and slim, just like this, like a paintbrush. And then the other one would be like a regular angled liner brush, but one with a very thin tip. Now you want to take your time, really take your time with this, because at the end of the day, it's what's going to make or break this look. And if you mess this part up, you'll have to start all over again. So I'm just going to load up the brush with a little bit of this. And normally I don't recommend this, but for this look in particular, the liner is so important that it's imperative that we do get a nice smooth fluid line. So just slightly smoothen out the lid just by lightly tugging at the end of the eye, and starting from the inner corner, you want to start in small strokes. And obviously you want to keep it thinner towards the inner part of the eye. And then work your way out to a thicker line as we get towards the outer edge. Now to help get this wing perfect on the first go, what I suggest doing is picking up the slanted liner brush, that's the one with the angle, and dabbing into a little bit of the gel liner. And then what you're going to do is start from the edge of the eye on the lower lash line and continue all the way out. So we're following the diagonal line of the lower lash line, and you're aiming towards the edge of your eyebrow, and that helps you with a guideline so that you can know exactly how far out the wing needs to be. And then what you can do is just pick back up the other liner brush, and connect the top lash line to the line that you just made. And that's about it for the liner. We're going to finish off the eyes by using a pair of very dramatic, wispy, flared lashes. They look like this. Just going to apply a little bit of lash glue, wait for it to become tacky, and then apply it to the eyes. So while we wait for that glue to dry, I'm just going to finish off the rest of the face. And now she doesn't actually look as though she has on any blush in that particular picture that I saw, the picture at the start of the tutorial. So instead of having the face be stark and without any definition, what I decided to do was take my Revlon Color Stain Mineral finishing powder, and this is in Suntan Matte. It looks like this. It is a matte bronzer, and I picked it up on a little bit of an angled brush, and I'm just going to give the face a little bit of definition, use it as a blush as well as a contour, slightly underneath the hollows of the cheeks. I'm using the Maybelline Pulse Perfection because it does give a very good separating effect. And I'm particularly applying this towards the outer edges of the lashes, just so that we have that really flared, dramatic look that she had on. Right, so the last thing we want to do for the eyes is just take our mascara and go ahead and apply a thin coat of mascara to the lower lash line. We don't want a heavy coat, we just want to really have them defined. And again, this is easier if you look up into a mirror. Good, so last thing we have for this look is the lips. Now those lips I think the main thing about the lips is that it needs to be matte. So I have here an LA Girl lip liner, and this is in Forever Red. And I'm going to start by outlining the lips and then filling them in using this lip liner. I'm going to take Red Alert, and this is by Arista, which is a lipstick. Now this has a little bit of shine to it, but I'm just only going to dab it on, and I'm going to blot off the excess oils from this. So that's done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of tissue and I'm just going to blot off the excess lipstick.